Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
I want to ride my
Bicycle, bicycle.
I am in the center of Kuching, and Kuching is known very well for food. So many restaurants are over here. It's amazing. Close to Kuching are a lot of attractions. Like Kuching, there is a wetland park, some mango wildlife. There is something called the Rainforest World Music, which is held every year. We have a state assembly building, the Astana, where the governor has been living. We have Fort Margarita, where James Brooke was settled first. We have a Kuching Cat Museum, the Sarawak State Museum, and we have, this is the gateway to the rest of Borneo. Why I'm going to do this tour with you today is for people who are coming from cooler climates, that you can have a look at how you will cope with the heat over here. It is a 7.5 kilometer drive only, so there is a hill in it, and furthermore it is just flat, just to see how you cope and make sure that you also acclimatise in this new environment. Over here behind me is the cat. Kuching means cat. You will see 3 cat statues on our tour, and you will see then all the other points of interest. Let's move on. It's an area with a lot of Chinese shops. It's built in the 1920s, 1930s, during the time that the rubber was still very much produced and sold over here in Kuching. There are in this road excellent coffee shops, restaurants, many other shops, and I would say if there is something you want, you will find it over here. If you're looking for souvenirs or for any food, it is a heaven. It's absolutely fantastic. There are many shops over here, especially the food shops that went on from generation to generation with authentic Chinese food. It's a must try. Let's have a stroll through Jalan Padungan. All kinds of shops are here, as I've mentioned. Hardware, a coffee shop or restaurant. Oh, another supermarket. Bread. And an authentic kitchen right outside. Bread, fruits, supermarket, bread again, pau, this is a coffee shop outside, hardware stores, so as I mentioned, in this Jalan Padungan, you can find everything you want to. Another famous cat. I have arrived at Kuching waterfront. Good, I have arrived at Kuching waterfront. I'm here at the Esplanada, and it is a popular place to go walking and cycling in the morning. Today is Sunday morning, so you can see also in the town it is a bit more quiet and more people actually are exercising over here. Behind me is Fort Margarita. Fort Margarita is from the time of James Brooke. James Brooke was the White Raja here in Sarawak. In the Fort Margarita there is a lot of history about Sarawak, and I advise you to go there. Next to Fort Margarita is the Parliament of Sarawak. Sarawak has a special status just like the states in Germany. If we go further down the river, you will see there is a bridge which connects this side to the other side, where also is the governor's house, Astana. Later we will be passing by a lot of old Chinese shop houses. There is an old shipyard here along the river. Food stalls, you see a lot of souvenir shops. Then we also have got over here the Chinese museum, Chinese temple. When we go around the corner on your right hand side, I will make a stop there. There is the old courthouse. And then I go to Carpenter Street. On our left is the Hilton Hotel, and behind the Hilton is the Pullman. We're approaching on, now heading for the Haverview Hotel. On my right is Brook Restaurant. And there are some more bicyclists coming. Morning guys! Here on the right is the Chinese museum, and on my left is a Chinese temple. I'm making a right turn towards the waterfront again, and I go here on the left, later on the left, to the main bazaar. The main bazaar is full of all kind of souvenir shops. If you think you want to collect of old items, antique, this is the place to go, main bazaar. So now I'm driving along main bazaar. On my right I still see the State Assembly building. Main bazaar. Souvenir shops. Goldsmith. More souvenir shops. T-shirts. All kind of special made Sarawak cotton. The kek lapis. I'll come back on this one later. The masks. You see the beautiful design? This wood is used in the past to enter the kampong house because it was elevated. More souvenirs. Bird nest shop. So I'm here at Maria Kek Lapis. Kek lapis. That lapis is from Sarawak. I worked before in Brunei for many years, and every Bruneian tells me the same thing. The best cake lapis is from Sarawak. No doubt about it. Look at all the different beautiful colors, the layers. Because that is cake lapis, layer cake. First souvenir shops are already open. Apparently there is something ongoing over here. Sarawak Tourism Government is a very good source for more information about all the tourist attractions over here in Kuching and Sarawak in general. I advise you to visit that site before you come over and make a good plan of where you want to go. I am at the old courthouse. The old courthouse was used by Charles Brooke to run his administration of Sarawak. This was during the period that he was the Raja of Sarawak. It has been started, the building was started in 1868 and completed in 1874. Before this building, there was a wooden building. In 1924, the memorial of Charles Brooke was constructed at the building entrance square until 1973. In 2003, the building was converted into the Sarawak Tourism Complex. Let me have a look. So after the old courthouse, I'm going to move into Carpenter Street. Carpenter Street got a lot of old historical buildings. It's got a few temples. It's got some restaurants with really authentic food from China. A lot of, they have got this kind of herbal shops where they also sell the bird nest. It's really a visit worth. I advise you to go here. Also, don't forget the side roads where they have got, for example, of still a tin fabrication by hand. The people hammer it all. It is really an interesting street. Let's have a look on bike. I am at Sarawak Museum. Sarawak Museum has one of the best collections over here in Southeast Asia. It has opened the old wing which is behind me in 1891. and it is kind of a Normandy townhouse style. They exhibit some traditional wood carving. They have got something about the original inhabitants over here, the so-called headhunters. There is a new wing across the footbridge, which I hope you can see here behind me, and that is on the ground level. It has got some aquarium, botanical gardens in it. The opening hours are from Friday 9 AM to 4:45, and on public holiday, Saturday, Sunday public holidays 10 to 4. And the good news is it's for free. I am at Palawan. It's a nice area to walk. It is a park. You can see families over here. Pre-COVID period, you could see people here sitting here with whole families having a picnic. It's a nice area to spend some time on a Sunday morning like today. I have arrived at the planetarium. It was officiated by Sultan Iskandar of Johor. Think about this. On January 8, 1989, it was opened for the public. The planetarium has a sitting capacity of 172 people. It is equipped with a wide dome of 15 meters in diameter, fitted with 4 projectors and lighting facilities. It can show you 5,000 stars, the moon, and several special effects. It's worth a visit. It's mainly used at the moment for educational reasons. Let's move on to our next stop, the air raid shelter. I'm passing by the amphibian theater. Here comes a car who wants to go first. I'm at the air raid shelters, which have been built before the World War II for the Japanese invasion. They are not really visible from the air. They have large rooms, but if you look at the construction, it's a bit doubtful whether they really are fit for purpose. Indoor, there are large rooms which have been connected by all kinds of corridors. It's been built by the Europeans. You also can see in this area there's still some old kind of colonial house, like the one here on top of the hill. Good. Good. We are back at our starting point. We're back at the cat. And let's say I'll show you where the waterfront is. I showed you the main bazaar. We've been to a few small authentic streets. Let's summarize for a moment. You know the points of interest. In the center of the city, you know the souvenir shops, food stalls and bars. Worthwhile mentioning is that Top Spot has a series of food stalls on the top floor of a parking lot, opposite the tax department and the Pullman Hotel. For tourists from overseas, a first introduction to Kuching has been given. For tourists from overseas and cooler climates, it is an opportunity to acclimatise before going for adventures through Sarawak. I hope you enjoyed this movie. Have fun and see you next time when I take you to interesting places outside Kuching.